always had that confidence in me. I still have days where I have to keep reminding myself that actually what I'm doing is worth it, and just all have this self-doubt. You know, self-esteem is so important. If you do not have that, it really can cripple you and potentially create a cloud around you that you cannot diminish so quickly, and it really does navigate your life. I can empathize with that. Whether you're a man, a woman, non-binary, straight, gay, trans, whichever walk of life you are, and whatever race you are, everyone has feelings, and unfortunately this whole topic can sometimes be navigated from other people's opinions of us and how people perceive us and who we are and what validation we need from someone else to say that we are worth being here, being alive, being on this planet, doing what we're doing. And I will say this now, I'm not a medical professional. I just know from my heart how important this is and the message I want to give, and hopefully whoever's watching can realize that it's okay, and that regardless of what you're going through and how you're feeling about yourself, it's all temporary, and more than likely you're probably going to laugh at this one day and hopefully think to yourself, why did I think that bad about myself? Like, kidding me? I'm amazing. So my story, I went to an all-girls school, and that's when it started for me. You know, hormones, being a teenager, finding yourself, body changes, just not realizing that while you're doing that, you're also around a lot of peer pressure to be someone that you're just trying to learn to be. You don't know who you are yet, and there's a lot of influences out there, especially for young teenagers, young people, to morph into an idea of what they should be other than what they are. And from year 7 to probably year 9, my confidence diminished rapidly, and then moving forward, I gained a lot of weight. I was picked on because of that. I gained a lot of weight because I was comfort eating, and that's when things kind of became a very dark place for me. I realized that no one really understood how I felt. I really believe that no one knew how I felt, and the reasons for those things is because I wasn't looking after myself from when I left secondary school to when I started college, and it was a performing arts college, and I had to be frontline and stage. I was very conscious about my body. I didn't really want to be on show, but I went to performing arts college. I knew what I wanted to do. I just didn't feel like I could do it. So moving on to what you came here for. Number 1, practice daily affirmations. Now, when I say practice daily affirmations, I mean it's not going to happen overnight. You're going to find that you will have days where you feel like shit, and you will look at yourself and not believe what you are telling yourself. It's going to happen. But when you are telling yourself daily affirmations that you are amazing, you are capable, you can do this, you can do this, try and envision what you want, it usually becomes in reality. And it sounds really cliche, but try it. I would recommend you try it daily. Probably the one thing that can probably highlight that you are dealing with self-confidence issues is when you don't accept a compliment. You say to you that you're amazing, and then you say, oh, you know, thanks for being nice, but you know, whatever, about whether or not someone says to you that you are good at something, and then you just shrug it off and you just act like it's not true, and actually you say the opposite to yourself, that no, you're shit, no, you're not worth it, no, you're not good enough, and no, why would someone think that of me? Those things are negative gnats, and those gnats are there purposely just to sway you from what you are meant to be doing. Recognize that those gnats are there. Before you know it, it will disappear, and you'll find that you're back on track again. It'll take time to practice those affirmations. It doesn't have to be written down anywhere. If you find that it helps, you can get an app. I've got I Am Affirmations, and those affirmations have everything over from body confidence to family affirmations, relationships, to just day in, day out gratitude. There's so many things on there. Honestly, I just find that I go on there and it really just reframes my mentality for the entire day, and I feel like it really gives me a pick-me-up. So try that. The next thing is self-care. Self-care, these are not put in order of priority, by the way. But self-care for me would be on the top of my list with anything. When you don't look after yourself, it makes everything else so much harder. And I'm not going to tiptoe into that sort of subjects of mental health, because I will cover that in another episode. But I think when you're feeling not confident, it can easily morph itself into something else really quickly. And self-care is the one thing that I think you need to make sure you're taking care of in that regard. When you do you not find you feel so much better? You've washed your hair, doing your nails, going to the barbershop, going to the spa, going to the hairdressers, going to the gym. That's going on to tip number 3. But isn't that what you want to do? You're here for a purpose, you're here for a reason. So making sure that those things are still there for you, use them. The endorphins that go through your body when you're exercising really helps. It's a natural booster, it's a natural pick-me-up. The amount of times where I've not wanted to go to the gym because I felt fat in what I was wearing. And that's another thing, is that it always goes to things that you are so used to telling yourself. And if you are overweight, so why would that matter? There is no perfect body shape. There is no perfect person. There isn't. And what may be the norm to society now will not be the norm to society in 5 years' time. You can never, ever live up to what society considers to be normal. Fashion changes all the time. There's things coming back that were back in the 60s. And that applies to body image. I remember when I was in school, the look was straight hair, thin eyebrows, using a toothbrush to kind of thin out the edges. I wasn't into any of that, so I didn't fit in. And I laugh at myself now because I didn't think I fitted in, because I was a horrible person. I thought I genuinely didn't fit into the group of girls that I was around because there was something wrong with me. I had to learn that I had to accept who I am. And if society doesn't see me to be someone that's not fitting, and that's also a separate topic, I am someone of a group of minority, so that's always been difficult for me anyway. Where I'm not accepted based on my race. And I think that was a hidden subconscious thought in my mind, that I wasn't accepted because of my hair, I wasn't accepted because of my skin colour, the way my eyes are, the way my nose is. Like, no one can really tell where I'm from. I'm not accepted when I do tell people where I'm from sometimes. And literally, hypothetically speaking, it's like I give them the middle finger in a polite way, because I don't have to validate myself to anyone, and you shouldn't either. There's many things I could rattle on about, but I feel that it, from an honest place, it shouldn't have to be where you feel so little about who you are as a person because of an opinion of someone else. As I say, practice affirmations, self-care, get active, declutter your mind. And before you know it, you'll be thinking so much clearer, and you realise all those gnats that was going on, they're not there no more. Or at least they're not going to be there as much. So, and the fourth thing, which I'm going to be talking about, is doing what makes you happy. With a group of friends, do it by yourself if you like to do things on your own. Reading, going to the park, going to see family, going on holiday, whatever you want to do that makes you happy. Just named a few things that's at the top of my head, but there could be things that's in there that's completely the opposite of what I've mentioned. You may want to do pottery classes, but those sort of things will spark an interest, spark something where you're like, actually, I'm good at this. I'm really good at it. You will smash it. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Because what I tell myself is I'm unique. There is no one like me, there's no one like you, there's no one like anyone that's watching this. And if you're a twin, there still isn't anyone like you. So yeah. And the final thing is manifesting your future into existence. Hear me out. When I say manifest your future into existence, is that if you see something that you want to do, think about what you're going to do and do it. And if it means just taking each day as it comes, and even if there's days where you find that when you're doing something, it actually isn't going to go in the direction that you're doing it, manifesting your future in existence is about the law of attraction. Books I've read, and I'll link them down below, which will kind of help guide you in that direction if you need it to. But yeah, that's it. That's all I can honestly say I do as for ways to help my confidence, and I still do them when I'm feeling like I can't do certain things and I have self-doubt. So I hope everyone found this really useful. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.